Hello, my beautiful vloggers. It's your girl Shay. I am so sorry that you guys haven't seen me in a little while. You guys know that I have sickle cell. I was not kind of sick. I was really sick. So, I've been having a little bit of a hard time, but I'm back right now and I'm here to do the power review. And you guys will see me tomorrow to do my other reviews. So, let's get started because power was crazy. I missed a little bit. I'm so happy to be catching up. Finally, Ghost is out of jail. I kept saying, if they don't hurry up and let this man out of jail, I was going to lose my damn mind. I'm so sick of watching his ass be in jail. So finally, he is out in both last week's episode and this week's episode. So I'm so excited because finally he gets to see that he didn't really kill Kanan. And yeah, he burnt Kanan to a crisp like some chicken, but Kanan's still alive and kicking. And then Kanan kills Jukebox. And oh my God, it was just crazy. I cannot believe that Kanan turned on his cousin. But at the same time, he thought she was going to turn on him too. Because in last week's episode, he was like, you have to, take this gun or whatever because I don't know, when I get in that house she might kill you and your son, and I don't know if she got people there to do something to me too. So maybe he was really like in fear of his safety. I don't know, but she didn't have nobody else there because nobody popped out the woodwork to help her after he shot her. That shit was crazy. And then they had to get money to get Tariq back, and then um Ghost robbed Tommy's people and then shot the dude, and like it was just this last week's episode was actually really good. I'm sorry that I was too sick to recap it because it was a good fucking episode. I was like, damn, this is good stuff. Because, out of everything, I was really surprised at how he tried to come out, like Ghost tried to come out of prison, like him and Tasha was just gonna get back together. Like, no. Like, it's not going down like that. You did her dirty. You had her out here looking crazy as hell. Like, to me, it was just insanity. But nothing beats Jukebox Death scene. Like, Anika Noni Rose, she played her character so well. She deserves an Emmy, but they probably not going to give her one. But she deserves one because she played that role so freaking well. And I really did. I was like in fear of my safety watching her. Like, damn, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it was so freaking good. And then, Tasha did take that money from Simon Stern. So, that's going to be a hell of an issue. That's going to be its own kind of problem. Then Tommy almost ended up dead because of that, the Chicago, the outfit. They feeling some type of way because he actually killed Milan. And at first I thought that they was just calling him out there because they was mad that their money was missing or whatever, but I knew it was gonna be something else to it because they don't just have you come out of state for no reason. Turns out, they didn't give him clearance to kill Milan, so they had digged a grave for him and everything. They was gonna kick his ass right into the grave. I thought they was gonna bury him alive, but they didn't. And then he blamed it all on Patar, and then they ended up shooting Patar in the head, and Patar goes into the grave, and then Tommy wouldn't let the dude walk away behind him. He like, you not walking behind me because you crazy as shit. You might try to kill me again. But that was so good. That last episode was a really good one. I wish I had not been sick because it was a good one. But was it just me? Or did y'all think when Ghost and Kanan was in the car together, when 50 Cent had the gun on Ghost, I kind of felt like he needed some acting lessons a little bit. Like his character was not as believable as it has been in past seasons. But it was still a good episode, don't get me wrong, but I just thought he could have been a little bit more believable, you know what I'm saying? But I did love watching him, that part, because you could see that he really actually does care about Tariq, and that's why he wouldn't let Jukebox kill Tariq. He really does care about Tariq. Kanan will never admit that, but he does. So yes, that was a good one. I was all here for it. And then we had Tommy after he, lives and survives them about to kill him in Chicago. He's driving back and, is passing Cleveland, makes a stop off in Cleveland and murders Holly's uncle who used to molest her when she was a 9-year-old girl. And he pretended like, he was checking out the house or whatever, because I guess the house was up for sale or whatever. And then, he's like, you used to rape that girl and all of that stuff, and her sister and all this stuff. And the guy's like, she was fast. Some girls are faster at that age. At 9 years old, that girl was no damn fast. He beat him to death with a bat, honey. Murder him. I was like, damn. That is Tommy for you. Tommy, he really is kind of like one of those people where he's very unpredictable. You never know what you're gonna get. He might be nice today. He might blow your damn brains out at dinner time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. So that was like a really good one. Like, I was all in watching it. I could not like get out of it. The episode was so damn good. So I really do feel bad. I apologize to all of my viewers who were like, where the hell is she? I'm so sorry. I was so sick last week. But listen, it was a good one. It was a good one. Especially watching Ghost and Kanan ride together. And it was like, I guess when they was back cool, I'm getting the feeling that Kanan's going to be around some more. Like, is he going to get back cool with them? What's going to happen? Because it seemed to me like they could actually like get cool again. On one hand, he's like, oh, that's a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. But Kanan is not just about to go away quietly. We're definitely going to see him again. So I cannot wait to see what role Kanan plays in the show going forward now that Jukebox is dead and now that, Ghost knows he's still alive and Tommy knows he's alive and all of this stuff. And when Tommy saw Tariq, he like, did Dre know that Ghost was still alive? And Dre like, no, he didn't, know anything, and he didn't take me around him and all this stuff. Tariq lied. And I'm like, Tariq, you ain't learned your lesson yet. All this damn lying is what almost got you killed in the first place. You would think that he would be like one of them kids on that show Scared Straight, and that he would just get it. Like, he would be scared straight, and he would really understand that he cannot continue on the same path that he was on. But clearly he didn't get it, because he's about to start doing the same shit all over again. Back to lying, and it's just crazy to me. So let's go ahead and move on. So, I have to say that I know that on social media, people were going crazy about the death of Julio. I knew Julio was gonna die. I kept telling my viewers, like, I kept telling everybody who watched my reviews, like, Julio is going to die. Now, I thought that Tommy was going to kill him, but it turned out Dre set him up. Dre tells the gang members, like, don't make it look like it had anything to do with the fact that he used to be one of y'all or whatever. He used to be a part of this gang. And then, sure enough, they cut the gang tattoo off his neck. So, yeah, that kind of gave it away. Dre, he getting a little sloppy. And I don't know if Dre going to be able to keep up the front for much longer. He's going to end up getting caught. He's going to end up with this being an issue. And then, Dre, he was, he set the whole situation up because Julio was an ex-gang member and all of this stuff. But Dre not only set the whole situation up, but Dre wants to take over Julio's spot, of course. I thought it was really sloppy how when Tommy found Julio's body, Dre kept being like, okay, so can I take a spot now? Can I take a spot now? To me, that made him look guilty, because if you were really in shock, you wouldn't have had the moment to think about, can I get his place? Can I take his place? If you were really in shock, you should have waited a day or two. Tommy ended up saying like, okay, yeah, you can take over as distributor or whatever, distribution, whatever you do. But at the same time, you could tell that Tommy was turned off by the way that Dre had went about it. And then he already doesn't trust Dre because of the whole Tariq and Kanan situation. So I just think that Dre needs to keep his eyes open, because he could be the next one on the chopping block. You know what I'm saying? Like, Power is turning into an episode of Survivor, and y'all motherfuckers gonna come up missing. So I'm looking at Dre like, you should be really careful, because the same thing I said about Julio, like Tommy getting sick of Julio, and that's how I knew Julio was gonna come up missing. Excuse me. Tommy is rolling his eyes a lot when Dre is talking. That could be a problem going forward for Dre. So I want y'all to keep your eyes on that as well. Also, let's talk about You Lied to My Face, which was the episode tonight. Okay. Now, how long have I also been saying to all my people who watch my reviews, how long have I been saying that I think Teresi is Tommy's father? How long have I been saying that? Now, I saw some people on social media who was saying maybe he's Holly's father, and he knows that Tommy killed Holly. Now that would have been a great twist. But we see in this episode, finally Ghost gets the phone to Teresi like he's supposed to, because Teresi was not playing any games. He was like, get the phone to Tommy, because if you don't, I'm gonna let them know what happened and how you killed Charlie Murphy's character. So finally he calls him and he like, yeah, you my son. This was, something I was expecting to hear. Now, the detail that he went into, I wasn't expecting, but I was not shocked when he said, I'm your father, whatever. I saw it coming a mile away. I know a lot of y'all saw it coming too. When he was talking about your mother used to be a dancer, all of this stuff, I'm like, oh, but if you watch Tommy mother on this show, it is not hard to believe that she was a dancer. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not difficult to believe that the woman was a dancer in Atlantic City and all that stuff. And he was like, I got a thing for redheads. And if you know who his wife is, his wife is sick. Teresi's wife is sick. She got cancer and all that stuff. She's a redhead too. So he wasn't lying when he said he got a thing for redheads. He really, really does. Now, let's talk about Tasha, because I love me some Tasha. Keisha getting sick of her shit. Now, I had to watch this and really try to not to be unbiased, but I'm not unbiased because I love Tasha. She's one of my favorite characters on the show, and I'm so team Tasha. She got a little thing for the lawyer Terry Silver. I'm like, listen, old boy done got his rocks off with the AUSA all this time. Ghost been sleeping around with Valdez all this time. Why she can't have her fun? So, I don't condone cheating or whatever, but it's not really cheating because they're not really together. I mean, he trying to make it work or whatever. He gave her the ring, which was nice. Terry was not happy about that ring, by the way. Terry was basically like, look, dude, he didn't say anything to Ghost, but you could tell by the look on his face, like he is really feeling her and she is really feeling him. And I love when she was singing at karaoke and all that. That was very cute. She can sing. She was a member of 3LW. They treated her terribly. I'm glad she got, her shine and all of that stuff. I'm glad that she has moved on and she's a star in her own right now. Her and the girl Adrian's on the reel. She's on Power. I'm happy for Notori. I love her and I love her character. And, I'm into this whole, relationship with her and Terry Silver. He's an intelligent man. He's a lawyer. He's well made. She's not going to have to come down from her lifestyle because he's making his own money as well. And from what we could see of the apartment she went to visit him at when they was getting it on, okay, he has a really nice place. So I'm like, okay, that is cute. I'm here for it. I really like them together. I would like to see more of Terry Silver. Terry is not here for Ghost. He basically told her that in the future he will help her with whatever she needs, but he doesn't want to represent Ghost anymore because he already thinks that Ghost is basically, he basically alluded a couple episodes ago. Terry alluded to the fact that he felt like Ghost is like the type of black guy who is into crime and all of this stuff, where he's the type of black man who went to school, he's educated and all of this stuff. So he doesn't really want to be affiliated with a type of guy like Ghost, which can you blame him? I really can't. I can't say that I do. So, that's just that. But I do like him and her together. I am really here for their relationship. I think it's cute. I also would like to see, Tasha go ahead and let Ghost go. I think that right now she's staying with him just because she doesn't want to, the whole situation with the feds watching all that stuff. She wants to put on a good front, but I'm like, girl, let that man go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the whole situation with Sandoval, Valdez, Mock, and Sass, whatever his name is. So we have the prosecutors, Donovan. That Sandoval is now trying to pin everything on Donovan because they can't prove that Ghost hid the gun because Ghost didn't have the gun. Sandoval did. So now Sandoval needs a fall guy. He needs to hurry up and find his fall guy. He cannot find his fall guy because, they keep, picking up that he's full of it. And the evidence is just not adding up, right? So now he wants to pin it all on Donovan because Proctor had made this argument in court a couple episodes ago, like, okay, Donovan is the one who found the murder weapon. He's the one who found Agent Knox dead, and he also was privy to some other information. So maybe Donovan is the mole. So now Sandoval sees fit to make it look like it was Donovan the whole time. So now he's trying to go to Mock. He's trying to go to everybody. He's trying to convince everybody that it's Donovan. Meanwhile, Valdez, Angela, is trying to convince Donovan. If you remember, Donovan is the black guy with the bald head. She's trying to convince him to help her get whatever information she can because she's fired. Sandoval is fired and the other guy is fired. Now Donovan, he's still on desk duty, so he still is privy to a lot of information that she can't get her hands on. So she's like, help me out, whatever. So towards the end of the episode, we see that Donovan is in the apartment with her. Sax drops by and is like, hey, the question is it Donovan? Did Donovan do it? And she opens the door. Donovan is standing right there. Meanwhile, Sandoval is walking through the hallway with a pistol and a silencer on it, okay? Knocks on the door. I'm trying to figure out, is he knocking on Angela's door? He about to murder her like he did Knox? No, turned out he was knocking on Donovan's door, going to show up to murder Donovan, but Donovan's daughter answered the door. So he had to be like, oh, no, I'll come back another time. She was like, you want me to tell my dad that you came back? He like, no, don't tell him. I'll see him at another time. So he showed up. He was going to kill Donovan, you know what I'm saying? And probably try to figure out a way to frame him. But while that's going on, he doesn't know that Angela, Sax, and Donovan are all at Angela's apartment, and they get ready to review this evidence, and now they see video of you going up the stairs when everybody else was gone, and now they have to be able to put two and two together and finally figure out that your ass is the mole and you the one setting people up out here. I can't wait to see how this happens. I really hope that when they catch Sandoval, it's not one of those situations where he gets murdered, where, he pull his gun and then they shoot him. And no, I want to see him have to sit there and testify, well, not testify, but get interrogated and have to tell the truth about how he was working with Lobos the entire time. Because y'all remember, he was Lobos Connect, and he was basically giving Lobos all kind of information. And the reason why Lobos was able to get away with the stuff he was getting away with was because he had Sandoval in his pocket, and Sandoval was being bribed. But I think that Sandoval was also having his family threatened, and instead of going to the police, he decided to work with Lobos and all of this stuff. So I am super excited to see what happens, because they are about to find out that Sandoval is the mole. And I'm like, it's about damn time, okay? Excuse me. Pissed me off so much, make me want to cough. Okay, so it's such a good episode. And then, oh my God, did y'all see at Truth, Lorenz Tate was there with his sexy stuff? Oh my God, I love Lorenz Tate. Oh my God, he is so hot. So I was so excited to see him, but Stern doesn't want Ghost to work with Lorenz Tate's character, because Lorenz Tate's character is a councilman, and I believe he's a councilman from Queens. And then it's another councilman who is a white guy, and he's from Manhattan. So of course Stern wants to work with the guy from Manhattan. He don't want to work with the guy from Queens, but I bet you it's more to it. I bet you we about to find out that Stern is up to something fishy, because now Stern had, in order to get payback, because he, Tasha went to him for this money and all of this stuff. In order to get payback now, Stern is gonna have Ghost head up the whole real estate situation and all of that stuff. So they about to be into some business together. But Stern doesn't do anything legitimate, just like Ghost. Stern is just as much of a shady businessman as Ghost is. So I can't wait to see how this ends, because that's going to be absolutely insanity, okay? I promise you, it's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, we also have to talk about the Mensa. I think I'm saying they right. The siblings, the brother and the sister, who went to these people's apartment because the man was one of their drug dealers and he wasn't selling the drugs like they wanted him to. So they made him snort all this coke and then he died. I think it was pure cocaine, or maybe he was just snorting too much, but then his nose started bleeding and then he died on the table. And then they killed his wife, and then they kidnapped his daughter, who was like maybe a year old or younger. And then they take her, she hanging out at the drug house with them. Now Tommy's like, I want to meet with them because your worker, this gang member, killed Julio and all of this stuff. So y'all gonna have to make right with what this guy did. And I'm the reason why y'all still in business, because I killed Lobos. And then the sister tried to take credit for it. Like, oh no, we did it. He like, nah, y'all didn't. I did it. Y'all tried to get him stabbed up in jail. That didn't work. We the ones who really murdered him. We the reason why y'all can hold down Mexico, because if Lobos was still alive, y'all wouldn't be running weight like y'all are. So I want I want some connections. I want some of y'all ports. I want this. I want that. So I'm excited to see what happens because these siblings look crazy as hell. And why she just walking around with this dead woman's baby, I cannot figure out. So I cannot wait to see what happens with that. And it's these were two crazy ass episodes. I'm telling y'all, I was here for it. Y'all should have seen my face when I was watching Jukebox get murdered by her cousin Kanan. Oh my God, that was crazy. Watching Julio be murdered was crazy. Julio really stood his ground though, didn't he? Julio was not letting them just like whoop his ass. Like he stood up for himself. He really did put up a good fight. For it to be 3-on-1, he really did handle his business. It was a good episode. Oh, and Proctor told Ghost about the Homeland Security agent who was murdered and that Tommy did it in his living room, and Ghost is like, get your house clean. Professionally clean. He like already did. He like, get it cleaned again. And then again. And then again. Like, and then Mock shows up at his house like, yeah, that Homeland Security agent who's missing, his cell phone was pinging off your cell phone tower. And you were one of the last people he called. So if you end up dead, listen, you can either cooperate with us or you could end up dead. And then Ghost is on on Tommy's case. Like, why would you let Proctor keep the tape? I kind of get where Ghost is coming from. He like, why would you let him keep the tape of the Ruiz murder, and why would you leave the dead body of the Homeland Security agent at his house? For all you know, that could be used as evidence against us. That could be used in any way, shape, or form. So now we got all of this stuff to do. In the meantime, you need to call your father. He didn't know it was his father at the time, but in the meantime, you need to call Teresi. Like, it was so crazy. I enjoyed every minute of it. I don't know how y'all felt, but I loved it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really did. I once again apologize for missing last week, but I really was sick, y'all. Sickle cell is no joke. At some point, I plan on doing some videos on it. I promise you, sickle cell is a difficult thing to deal with, but I am here now, and I appreciate y'all for sticking by me and standing with me and still watching. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow, actually, for I believe it's Love and Hip Hop, and what else come on tomorrow? It's a lot of stuff. Oh, Real Housewives of Orange County, and it's one more that I'm missing. Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives. I forgot what the third one is, but I got a third video too. So that tell you it's a lot. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And I guess I will see y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Thank you. Bye.